Alright, so to continue with the derivative rules, we're going to go over the product and quotient rules, which is when product rule is when you're multiplying two different functions, and then quotient is obviously when you're dividing two different functions. So yeah, let's get into it. Start with the product rule. Let me split this up. So when you take the derivative of f of x times g of x, you're going to want to sort it by, you're going to want to use this rule, which is f of x times the derivative of g of x plus g of x times the derivative of f of x. So well, let's do an example. So first we have our function, or our equation, which is y equals 3x squared times sine of x. So we're gonna first identify what our f of x is and then what our g of x is. So our f of x is the first thing, which is going to be 3x squared, and then our g of x is going to be what's left. So it's going to be the sine of x. Okay, and now we're going to take the derivative of each thing. We're going to do f prime of x. So we're going to use the power rule here. So we're going to bring this down. It's going to be 6. We don't need that parentheses. And then the exponent becomes 1, so we don't need to write it anymore. Okay, and then the derivative of g of x is cosine x. Okay, so a good way to remember this is just doing like an x, like writing it out like this, like f of x, and then under it is f prime, and so same with the g. And doing an x, so it's going to be, because you're timesing a non-derivative and then a derivative, so this times this and this times this, like an x, you see? So it's going to be 3x squared times cosine x plus sine of x times 6x. Okay, so we're gonna multiply this out, so it's gonna be 3x squared cosine x plus 6x sine x. And can this be simplified? No, this cannot be simplified. So this will be our derivative. All right, and now we're gonna move on to the quotient rule, which is when you're dividing f of x by g of x, you use this rule, which is going to be g of x times f prime of x minus f of x times g prime of x, all over g of x squared. So we have this equation right here, y equals 5x minus 2 over x squared plus 1. So I've already gone ahead, pulled the f of x out, pulled the g of x out, found their derivatives, and now we're just going to set it up using the rule. So g, normal g of x, x squared plus 1 times the f prime of x, which is 5, minus normal f of x minus 2 times g prime of x, which is 2x. And all over g prime of, not g prime, g of x squared. So it's going to be x squared plus 1 squared. Okay, now we're just going to multiply the numerator out, so it's going to be 5x squared, distribute this 5 plus 5, minus, distribute this 10x squared, actually, and then this is a 4 minus 4x, but since that sign's here, well, this is still in parentheses actually, so I don't have to worry about that right now. Alright, and now we simplify, now we combine like terms. So this, the 5x squared and the 10x squared, they combine to 5x squared, negative 5x squared, and then nothing else combined in the top, so it'll just be plus 4x plus 5 all over x squared plus 1 squared, and this cannot be simplified anymore, so this will be our derivative using the quotient rule.